Is China about to claim the ultimate high ground, space itself? What happens when the stars we've dreamed of exploring become the next battleground for a global conflict? Imagine this: satellites destroyed instantly, plunging the world into chaos. Communications cut off, navigation lost. The moon, a military stronghold watching over us. This isn't a Hollywood movie, it's the frightening reality we're heading toward. China's space program, once a quiet contender, now rivals the world's superpowers. Equipped with powerful anti-satellite weapons, rumored to have a secret moon base, and driven by a strategy that could ignite a new arms race, China is changing the rules of power. Are we prepared for what's coming? Welcome to the hidden war happening above us.
The space race has taken a nuclear turn. Superpowers are preparing to plant reactors rather than flags on the lunar soil. Russia and China are racing ahead with their own nuclear ambitions for 2035 on the moon. The question is no longer who will reach the moon first, but who will claim it as a nuclear power.
China's space story kicked off in 1970 with a single satellite, Dongfang Hong-1, beaming a simple signal back to Earth. It was a small step, but it lit the fuse for something massive. Back then, China lagged far behind the US and the Soviet Union, who were busy duking it out in the Cold War space race. But China had a secret weapon, the People's Liberation Army, or PLA. The PLA didn't just cheer from the sidelines, they took the reins, turning a civilian dream into a military machine. By the 1990s, China was launching satellites for everything from weather forecasts to spy missions, building a foundation that's now shaking the world. What makes this rise so striking? It's the speed. In just decades, China went from a space newbie to a contender that keeps Pentagon planners up at night. The lesson? Never underestimate a nation with focus and firepower. China's space program isn't just about catching up, it's about setting the pace. In 2003, the Shenzhou 5 mission sent astronaut Yang Liwei into orbit, making China the third nation to conquer manned spaceflight. That was just the start. The Tiangong space station, launched in 2021, gave China a permanent foothold in orbit, a heavenly palace that's more than a science lab. It's a symbol of ambition. Then there's the moon, the Chang'e 4 mission. In 2019, landed on the far side, something no one else had pulled off. These aren't just trophies for the mantle. Each step builds China's ability to dominate space, militarily and beyond. The PLA ties it all together, ensuring every rocket launch serves a dual purpose: exploration and control. This is a nation playing the long game, and they're winning rounds we didn't even know were on the board. Anti-satellite weapons, or ASAT, are the ultimate power play in space. How do they work? Simple, but brutal. Direct-ascent missiles blast off from Earth, slamming into satellites at insane speeds. Co-orbital systems are sneakier, satellites that sidle up to their targets and take them out quietly. Why does this matter? Satellites are the eyes, ears, and voice of modern life. They run your GPS, your phone calls, your military ops. Knock them out, and you've got chaos. China knows this. Their ASAT tech isn't just a toy. It's a dagger aimed at the heart of any nation relying on space. Imagine a war where the first shot isn't a bullet, but a satellite going dark. That's the future ASAT promises, and China's already got the trigger finger ready. China's ASAT program isn't a theory. It's a fact, proven in fiery displays. In 2007, they fired a missile that smashed one of their own weather satellites into smithereens. The world gasped, not just because it worked, but because it left a mess. Thousands of debris pieces now orbiting Earth like shrapnel, threatening everything up there. That test wasn't subtle, it was a flex. Fast forward to 2013, and the DN-2 missile showed China could hit higher orbits. Think GPS and missile warning systems. By 2018, the DN-3 upped the ante, targeting geostationary satellites that keep global comms humming. Each test sends a message. China can reach you wherever you are. The fallout? Debris risks aside, it's the fear factor. Nations scrambled to respond, knowing one wrong move could spark a chain reaction in space and on Earth. Meet the Space Great Wall, China's answer to total space control. It's not a literal wall, but a network of high-tech gear. Radars, telescopes, sensors, and weapons, all synced to guard China's orbital turf. The idea is straightforward: protect their satellites while locking out everyone else. Think of it as a digital moat around their space assets. The PLA runs the show, using this system to track every blip in orbit, from U.S. spy satellites to random space junk. If push comes to shove, it's not just defense. Those same tools could turn offensive, taking out threats before they blink. This isn't about exploration anymore, it's about domination. China's building a fortress up there, and we're all outside the gates. The Space Great Wall isn't just China's shield, it's a global game changer. If they can lock down space, they control the high ground every military dreams of. Satellites don't just guide missiles, they power economies. Take them out, and the world stumbles. The risks pile up fast. Tensions could skyrocket as nations race to counter China's edge, piling weapons into orbit. Accidents might trigger chaos. Imagine a misfired ASAT, sparking a war nobody meant to start. Worst case? A space Pearl Harbor, a sneak attack that blinds a nation before the fight even begins. China's system isn't just protection, it's a dare to the world. Step up or step aside. The balance of power's tilting, and space is where it'll tip. A secret Chinese moon base sounds like a sci-fi thriller, right? But the rumors won't die. They started with vague official hints and shadowy projects, growing louder with every lunar mission. Why the buzz? A moon base isn't just cool, it's a jackpot. Surveillance from up there could watch Earth and space like a hawk. Resources like helium-3 could power future tech. And militarily, it's a launch pad in the sky, perfect for staging ops in the vast zone between Earth and the Moon. China's already planning a lunar research station by 2030. Is that the cover story? The idea is not crazy. Nations have hidden big plans before. This could be China's ace in the hole, and we're all guessing. So, what's the evidence? Satellite images show strange lunar shapes, either structures or natural quirks. China's secretive missions, like Chang'e, carry equipment that we can't fully identify. Experts are divided. Some believe it's real. China has the technology and motivation, pointing to their lunar program as proof. Others dismiss it, calling it a ghost story. Building a secret base 240,000 miles away? The logistics are daunting. Supply lines, secrecy, costs. They argue China is after scientific gains and prestige, not a lunar bunker. Both sides have a point. The truth is unclear, but here's the key. Even if it's fiction now, China is making it possible in the future. That's why the world watches and worries. The space race is back, and it's armed to the teeth. China's squaring off with the US, Russia, and newbies like India. The US has the edge, decades of satellites and know-how, but China's closing fast. Their secret, speed, and focus. The PLA drives projects like Tiangong and ASAT with ruthless efficiency, while the US juggles budgets and politics. Russia is fading but cozying up to China, sharing tricks. India's scrappy, landing on the moon cheap, but lacks China's military punch. China's edge isn't just tech, it's will. They're not afraid to test limits, and that scares the competition. Right now, it's neck and neck, but China's got momentum. Who's winning? Depends on the next move. If space blows up, we all lose. A single ASAT strike could shred satellites, raining debris that trashes orbits for years. Think Kessler syndrome, a junkyard trap in space. GPS dies, planes and ships drift blind, banks crash as comms vanish. Militaries scramble, missteps sparking war on Earth. Picture this. A US-China spat over Taiwan goes orbital, satellites fall, and suddenly, it's not just a regional fight, it's a global meltdown. The human toll? Millions, from disrupted food chains to outright conflict. Space isn't a sideshow, it's the spark that could burn everything down. This isn't alarmism, it's physics and politics colliding at 17,000 miles an hour. China's space flex has everyone on edge. The US launched the Space Force in 2019, a neon sign they're not messing around. The Pentagon's obsessed with China's ASAT, pouring cash into tougher satellites and countermeasures. Russia's playing both sides, teaming with China on lunar plans while dusting off their own Cold War tricks. India's in the mix, testing assets of their own after China's moves lit a fire. Japan is boosting its space budget with an eye toward defense. Everyone's reacting, but it's a patchwork. Some race to match China, others pray for calm. The vibe? Nervous energy. Nobody wants to be caught flat-footed when the sky turns hostile. Can we keep space peaceful? The UN's tried, but treaties like PAROS are stuck. Big powers won't budge. Meanwhile, Earth's hot zones could ignite space. Taiwan's a tinderbox. If China or the US blinds the other satellites there, it's game on. The South China Sea's another trigger. Space assets could tip the scales. Cooperation's the dream, joint missions, debris cleanup, but trust's thin. Russia and China's buddy up shows how fast alliances can shift. The takeaway, space isn't separate from Earth's fights, it's the next layer. Every move up there echoes down here, and the stakes are climbing. Space's future teeters on a knife edge. Option 1, we explore together. Moon bases, Mars trips, a golden age. Option 2, it's a battlefield, bristling with lasers, satellite swarms, and AI killers. Experts lean grim. Militarization's already rolling, with China's push as the catalyst. But there's hope. Diplomacy could hit the brakes if we act fast. Tech's the wild card, lasers could zap debris or enemies, AI could run peace talks or wars. China is betting big, aiming to lead by 2030. The trend suggests conflict, but history's not set. Will we share the stars or fight over them? That's the question hanging over us. How do we dodge a space arms race? Step 1. New rules. Update the Outer Space Treaty. Ban orbital weapons. Enforce it. Step 2. Transparency. Share launch plans, satellite roles. Less guessing, less fear. Step 3. Team up. Joint lunar projects could bond us, not divide us. It's not naive. It's survival. Look at the ISS. Rivals worked it out. China's rise forces the issue. Cooperate or clash. The clock's ticking and space won't wait. We've got the tools to keep it peaceful. It's about guts to use them. The choice is ours, and it's now or never. China's space arsenal isn't a what if. It's here, growing, and staring us down. From ASATs that can blind the world to a moon base that might already be in play, they're not just exploring, they're preparing. The new arms race is on, and space is the prize. Can we stop it? Maybe. But it won't be easy, and it won't be cheap. The real question is when, not if, this boils over. The answer's not up there, it's down here in what we do next. Loved this dive into the space race? Hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more on global security and beyond. Let's keep the conversation going.